Spirit. To all of our visitors. How many thank God for all of our visitors that are here? Can you stand up for all of our visitors that are here for the first time? Praise God. God bless you, my brother. Praise God. Praise God. God bless you. Thank you so much for being with us today. God bless you. Of our service today. Sometimes it's trying to release all that God is willing to do and say. I think that as we are watching the end times and the devastations that are happening all over the land, I think more than ever we have to be spontaneous in God.
Yes. Hallelujah.
I think more than ever
yes.
we have to let God be God.
Yes.
And do what He needs to do for us to condition us for the world. I need some praise. I need some praise. It's too many uncertainties. There's too many that continues to happen within the body of Christ and within the church and within the world. That we have to be able to be led by the Spirit. They that are led by the Spirit of God are the sons of God. So true sons of God are led by the Spirit of God. Worshipers, thank you. I'll hold you, but let's go to. But I am ready to more worship. I don't know. I know that we even have the slide out. Thank you all for really honestly letting me do this like this. I was very full all day, all morning, all night, and I've been trying so hard to, as I've gotten instructions from the Lord to stay home. 1 Corinthians 13:1 as I've gotten instructions of what He's asking me to do. The more I'm home, the more I realize why. And so I'm trying to communicate it through message, and then you can only teach so much. You can only teach so much. But if the Spirit does not change us, we cannot be changed. So you have to bring the word, because by faith we hear, by the word we are changed by the word that we hear. But you have to plant that, but then you need Spirit to water it in order to bring forth fruit. We know the earlier part of this year, midsummer, the Lord began to talk to us about capacity to love. And since then, everything that's been taught, that's been the foundation that's coming from. It's understanding that there's nothing we can do that's greater than His love. And me being raised in the church, and we know that we fast, we know we pray, we know we sacrifice, we know we have seen many phenomenal men and women of God, anointed by God, used by God, but He's making it all become like it still is not greater than me.
Right.
There's no sacrifice you could ever make.
Right.
That is greater than the one I've already made.
Right.
And if you can see me like almost scratching my head and saying, then what do we do? Well, we have to do this in layers. But as I was wrestling with so many things this week, I said, I gotta try to help the house understand where I am broken. And my insufficiencies and my inadequacies, and saying, but you just called me to be a vessel, so how do we do this? So 1 Corinthians, a very, very, very familiar passage of scripture, but I want to linger it a little bit. That's why I think I want some worship with me, so thank you, Brother Daniel, for staying in the worship. There was no gift more phenomenal as of today that was greater than Paul. There's no apostle that was more anointed. I love the part that Paul says, there was a time that I was having this conversation with this. Wait, hold on, listen. Was it an angel or was it a man? Because that's how heavy Paul was. That he didn't know sometimes when he was talking to an angel or whether he was talking to a man, because that's how much he was called to be this dedicated vessel unto God. But along Paul's journey of being used phenomenally by God to bring the gospel of Jesus Christ to a people, Gentile people that had never received the gospel of Jesus Christ. And while God had used Paul, set him in churches coming against idolatry and the god of lust and all the various things and places that God sent Paul. He started landing. He started getting an understanding about his purpose. So this chapter, Paul says, though I speak with the tongues, and this is the King James Version, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, if I don't have charity, I become as a sounding brass, or as a tinkling cymbal. There's this wave that's in the world today that's called greatness. Find your greatness. And I applaud it because I understand where it's coming from. But I personally have been cautious about embracing it because there's nobody greater than God. And that greatness can easily make you transform to think you've arrived or you're great.
Right.
And so I don't play with it because I think it would war against my ability to humble myself before the King.
Right.
So I won't receive greatness. He is great. Hallelujah. He is the Lord strong and mighty. He is the Lord that is mighty in battle. And he told me, if I open up my heart, the King of glory shall come in. So still ain't me, it's him in me. Next verse. He said, and though I have the gift of prophecy, and I understand all mysteries and all knowledge, so I'm very seldom wrong. And though I have, please don't do that to me because I don't have my phone. And though I have some faith, work with me, y'all. Though I hit and miss with faith, so that I could remove mountains. But I do not have you.
Right.
I am nothing. So while this is a day that we're drawn to demonstration, we're mesmerized by demonstration and things, which is, it's going to be. So yeah, but if none of that demonstration brought you into a place of love, it means nothing.
Right.
So I can remove mountains. So if I don't have charity, it is nothing. Next verse. He said, and though I bestow, look at this little closed closet. And though I bestow all my goods, everything you ask, if you told me you like my shoes, I'm going to take them off and give them to you. He said, though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profited me nothing. Because, church, what I'm saying is that when you pull yourself into all this greatness that's so popular today, then you get easily offended when tests come your way as though it shouldn't happen to you because you're so great.
Right.
You pull it in like you're untouchable, or it should not be happening to you because you're so great. And I haven't recalled anybody that's been burned yet, and that didn't take it within themselves. Like, how could God allow this to happen? And y'all know we said and we think it. And so the process of love stops. Because it's more about you than my purpose in you.
Right.
Because if our life is truly not our own,
right.
And if I'm reading the scripture correctly, in my interpretation, I believe it's accurate. He says you got to lose your life to find mine. You don't know the course I need to take you. And while you fight against my presence, you don't realize I'm trying to bring you to a greater place of love. Not greatness of you. Not greatness for people to see you. I mean, this is just me. Can you pray for me? This is just me. I've not had the desire to do books about my life. This is me. Let me testify. I don't have desire. It makes me uncomfortable when people ask me questions about me. I minister and I do what God asks me to do, but I get uncomfortable because I feel like I can't get any glory as though I came out and I did this all on my own. Do y'all understand? Can I tell you? When I know it's Him. So I will use it in the context of saving souls, as so many good vessels do. But it's not because I knew what I was doing.
Right.
And it's not because I'm a hero.
Right.
It's because of Him. He said, so I could give my body to be burned. I could give away all my clothes. I could give away all my food. He said, but if charity, if love does not abide in my heart, he said, then it means nothing. Next verse. He said, so, because this is what it does. Now, this is where, just let me feel like an ant. So we have our perspective on what love is.
Right.
All of us do.
Right.
The part that is tearing me up is he said, but that's your love. And capacity to love is me teaching you my love. And for you to learn my love, I gotta stretch you.
Come on.
Because you cannot love like me.
Come
You don't
on.
have the ability.
Come on, teach.
Because you are flesh. You are subject to vanity. And you will say it's enough.
Right. Teach.
You will say I can't take no more.
Teach.
But if you humble yourself, tell me,
Teach.
I can stretch you.
Woo! Glory. Woo! Glory. Teach.
And in this entire world's climate, where hate is becoming a norm,
Yes. Teach.
it's making me be still. Because I can see, I really gotta get stretched. The other day, we're doing our little movie night, and finally, we'll try to have some time to rewatch it. Detroit. I haven't seen it. I had to walk out of the room. How many have seen Detroit? I had to walk out of the room. I couldn't take it. If you haven't seen it, it's a spoiler alert. I couldn't take the injustice that was happening to the young men. You know why I couldn't take it? Because I know it's still today.
Right. Right.
So it wasn't like I could watch it and say, "Ooh, I'm so glad those days are over." And then even though it was a movie, but though it was based on real incidents, and though it's still happening today, I said, this is why I need you.
Right. Right.
It's how I don't have the ability to love past this. Because charity suffered all. And it's kind.
Teach.
Charity envieth not. Charity is not arrogant. Charity doesn't think you're better than somebody else. This is why I can't embrace greatness.
Right.
Because I gotta let my flesh know, no. You humble yourself to each other. So if anything, it feels good to say you're great. It's not hooked up. Come on, work it. Charity, it does not. What? That's too raw. Does not behave itself unseemly. So I don't do stuff that will be out of the character of love. Like Jonathan, you could really do some like embarrassing things to me and hurt me. But because of this, I would hold my breath to not do you like you're doing me. Because if you're going to see me. And then I hold my breath. You know what I say within myself? Something? Stretch. Stretch.
Jesus.
Stretch. Stretch. And if you be who you are, you will stretch. So what's concerning you, Christine, is that every course, every test, every trial that the Lord has so divinely designed for us to come to Him. The coming into Him is not the gifts and the wonders. The coming into Him is to be agents of love. And those are the very tests we rebuke and we walk away from. And yet we keep preaching. And yet we continue to have ourselves in ministry. And we're only stretched as far as your ability.
Right.
And we don't humble ourselves enough to say, stretch me. To love. It's not, it seeketh not its own. It's not what? It's not what? It's not what? I know. Why do everybody get on your nerves so fast? Why can everything send you out of the will of God so fast? So what's happening with me, Mother Hall, is like I feel like I'm on this path with these cones. Hallelujah. I'm right on this path with these cones. And so when stuff happens, everything in me says, stay within the cones, stay within the cones, stay within the cones, stay within the cones. So don't be so easily provoked. Because the bigger lesson is that if I'm not able to handle it, then that renders me slightly powerless and equal to you. So while I can say it's you, if I come down, I'm just. So in those moments, I stand still again, I breathe. Say, stretch me. Because it's not easily provoked. And thinking, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on, y'all. Come on. You thinking? No evil. So I can't wish secretly, silently, that something would happen to my enemy. I can't say, you don't know who you messing with. Because what's the tag of that? So if they did know, what would happen? I can't. So here comes the comments. I hold my breath. What do? Say what? Because if I understand that I'm His son, and if I stay with Scripture, that He said in the world didn't know me, so the world is not going to know you. And if the world hated me, why should you be exempt? I thought you were my son. I thought you were my daughter. So they hated me. They will hate you. So then what happened was my mentality had to change to say, okay, and I can let nothing be personal. But I have to come into the maturity of who God has called me to be. And that it's not me you're attacking. It's because I'm starting to look like my father. So I'm not going to act like I got it right when I don't. It rejoices not in iniquity. I won't be a hypocrite in the house of God. I won't rejoice like I've made everything right, like I've done everything right. But before I ever stand before His people by His grace, if He brings it to my attention, I will strive to make it right. I would not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoiceth in what, everybody? Rejoiceth in what, everybody? Now here's the thing about truth that you gotta take your halo down, you gotta be okay with. You gotta be okay with truth, even the truth that I don't like you.
Right.
It's truth.
Right.
Are y'all feeling me? Don't be a hypocrite. Truth. You know I love you, boo, right? So can I use you? Just one. Truth. I would like Sister Vivian. That would have to be a truth I'd have to give God. Because iniquity will make me act like everything is okay. I can't do that. The truth would be, Father, I don't like her. I don't know why I don't like her, but I don't like her.
Right.
So before I keep on rejoicing, like, hey, Sister Vivian, help me, stretch me. Stretch me, teach me, show me. Because that's true. Hypocrisy will keep acting like everything is okay, and it's not. That's why I don't know why we don't use the scripture. I don't know why. I'm using some of y'all know I use it because I'm coming to you. They say, when you got offense all against your brother, go to them. No, I'll use it in the hell. What's up with that? Okay, I just want to be clear. It's all good. Because it's true. Now guess what? Whatever we discuss, I'm not even going to judge whether you meant it or not. I just feel good because I tell you the truth. I told God I'm good. Hey, it's okay, next one. He said, Mary, what does love do? What does charity? Talk to me. What does it do? Talk to me. What does it do? You can't take anymore. You are fed up. You are done. It's at that moment that you tell the Lord, I am done. So I need you to stretch me. Because even though I'm done, you're not done. So we got to be honest that we don't have the ability to deal with every situation and everybody.
Right.
But what I can't afford to do, Sister Brandy, is ignore it. Because I won't get stretched. And that's our religious way of calling ourselves love. We just won't deal with you. That's our religious way of saying I'm still anointed because I didn't offend you, but you haven't been stretched either. So you're full of gifts and you're full of tongues, but you have not been stretched. So it's when you get to your end, which he knows is limited, but you tell him, stretch me, that I may bear this. Because only you can. I can't do it. Charity beareth all things. Charity does what, everybody? Talk. Charity does what, everybody? Talk. Charity does what? All things. The child that looked like they're borderline crazy. You stop believing in them, it doesn't mean God did.
All right.
The marriage that looked like it's over, you gave up on it, it doesn't mean God did. The body that is sick and stricken with cancer, you have said it's over, but that don't mean God did. Y'all better talk about it. And believe in all things and hope in all things and endure. Come on, y'all. And endure that. Next one. Here we go. Charity never fail. Here we go. Now this is the part. Charity never fail. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. And whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. These things, prophecy, tongues, gifts of knowledge, these things are all necessary and need to be prevalent in our church. Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to have the gift of prophecy so God can give us instructions for where we're to go and keep us in line with Him. You need the gift of knowledge. Give me understanding. I need the gift of tongues so I can relate and communicate and talk to my Heavenly Father. He says, so these are all things that are tools.
Right.
These are your tools.
Right.
But it's not your destiny. These are your tools. But your course is love.
Come on.
am so broken. So tell me, they are tools, and use them mightily, for they are tools for the church. Stay focused. The journey of the church is to end in love.
Right. Right.
Because there will be no more prophecy. There will be no more gifts. There will be no more apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers. In the end, we all end in love. Watch this. Here we go. Next verse. Here we go. Here's the part. For we only know in what, everybody? And we only prophesy in, yes, next verse. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part. So, everything we think we know, he said you only know part. He said, Tammy, we brag. We stand proud with what we know. He said, but all that you think you know is still only in part. You don't know my whole picture. That's why even when John was in Revelation is such an incredibly deep book. Because even John, with a visitation to heaven, could not come back with full revelation. You only know a part, because as long as you're in the flesh is not going to allow you to get total revelation. Y'all not maturity lies in my ability to love. My maturity is not in the messages I preach. My maturity is not in pastoring 10,000 people. That's his gift. Right. My maturity is in my capacity to love like him. That's what she's going to do when I was a child. This is what he said. So I spake as a child, and I understood, and I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away the arrogance that I could talk with men and angels. I put away the arrogance that I had all knowledge. I put away the arrogance that I understand all prophecy and all mysteries. He said, I put all that arrogance away. That was when I was a child. You're childish in your gifts, when all you want in your ministry, when all you want to front is what you can do and what you can say, but you don't have the power to love. Wow. He said, I put away childish things. Here we go, next verse. For now we see through a glass darkly, because I don't have the whole picture. But then face to face, for I know in part, but then shall I even as also I am known. Paul landed saying all these gifts. Next verse, all these gifts, everything that I have. He said, I only see in the glass darkly. He said, and I'm only known as much as God will let me see. All that we do in the house of God, everything that we do, church, I need us to mature, to understand that the tests and the forces that are coming against you, it ain't about your anointing per se. It's being tried in love. And the more we quote unquote hashtag own our sonship, the more you're going to be attacked in love. Because hence will they know we are his, is when we love one another and not your temporary love.
Right.
I gotta stretch you. So I monitor how easily I can forgive. I'm talking about me. This is my journey, and I monitor how much it affects me and how much it doesn't affect me. Because I'm monitoring my growth. I monitor when it hurts bad. When it hurts, what is my reaction? What do I want to do? And anything that's not pleasing to God, I tell him, stretch me. Because I will not preach. I will not teach. I will not travel the world and miss him in love. So now abideth faith. Look what's left. Now abideth hope. Look what's left. No tongues. Wow. No tongues. No gifts. Look what's left. And charity. These three. Everybody, let's read that last part together. But the greatest of these. Stand to your feet. Stand to your feet. So, there's a part two, and I'll have to work on part two. I can't do it today. So, as we're on this journey, because it's a beautiful journey, I need us all to be shaken. So you'll stop defending you when tests come your way. We're raising soldiers now. We're raising agents of love. That only we will be able to go in the midst of hard places and bring hope and bring life. I learned something in Winter Sanctuary this time. Winter Sanctuary was different this time than what it's ever been. There was a lot of disturbances that normally doesn't come when we have Winter Sanctuary. And our saints had to really handle a lot of things. And almost every day I kept hearing. Then eventually, things became subject. Things calmed down. It ended well. And the Lord began to talk to me. Thank you so much. And the Lord began to talk to me. And He said, Tabby, understand where I'm shifting the church. I'm shifting you to the people. We feel that, yes? Yes, touch the people. Are y'all okay? Yeah. Okay, because this is going to be a working church. We're going to be a lively church. Yeah. We're not going to be a lively church. Yeah. Jesus was always on the move. Jesus didn't stay in the sanctuary in the synagogues. Amen. Jesus was on the move. Jesus was with the people, yes? So this is just what I understood from Winter Sanctuary. Why do I need power to cast out demons and I'm not even around here?
Right.
Simply, no, simply. Why do I need power? Why do I need this demonstration to entertain you and I'm not where the real sick are? Right. So I understood something. I understood that. Could it be the shortage or the lack? Seeing signs and wonders the way Jesus did is because we're more in the church than we are with the people. And I understood it. That these men of God that are handling Winter Sanctuary is not an option. They must walk in their power and authority to bring demons subject. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? Right. Because God had put us in the people business. Because we're in the people business, whatever the needs are of the people, He has anointed us to meet the need of the people. I need y'all to work with me. Come on. That ain't for this house, that should be for all believers. All believers, we are in the people business. And the Bible said, I will send you out as sheep among wolves. And you can't take you into the people. Because they will eat you up.
Amen.
You gotta take me.
Yes, Lord.
You can't take you into the crack house. Because you're only gonna bear so much. You gotta take me with you. You can't take me down Stockton Avenue, Stockton Boulevard, and talk to the prostitute because you're only gonna bear so much. You gotta take me. Soul saints, what I'm saying to you is grow up. Grow up. commanding us to love. And so the tests and the things you're feeling, the blows that you're feeling, you keep taking it personal like it's about you. I thought you were my son. And every child of mine, I chasten them. And I rebuke them. Because I'm taking you to a place called love. Hands lifted to the Lord. Hands lifted to the Lord. Worship, help me out a little bit. Hands lifted to the Lord. So this is our prayer. So take every I don't want, I don't need. So take every I don't want, I don't need. Take everything, Jesus. Take it, Jesus. They're coming to the altar for you. You're coming to the altar for you. 2018, I'm ready to be stretched. I understand you're taking me to a place I can't even imagine. Jesus, I can't do this on my own. I can't get to that place on my own. I'm not taking bitterness with me. I'm not taking this anger that builds up in me and not going with me. I'm not taking this to 2018. Take everything, everything I love you, everything I'm pleasing to you. I don't want to see it, I don't need it. Make everything new, Jesus. Your word has found me, Jesus. Your word has found me, Jesus. I'm not taking it with me, take it away. Your word broke me, Jesus. Your word broke me, Jesus. I don't need it. It's too heavy for me. It's too heavy for me. Stretch me on. Take it out of me. I don't want it. I don't need it. I just want you. I wanna be your vessel. I wanna be the vessel you're calling me to. I wanna be the vessel you're calling me to. I wanna be that vessel. I wanna love like you. I wanna love like you. I wanna love like you. We just want you. All I want is you. I feel your hand on me. Your hand is strong to me. Your hand. You won't let me go. You won't let me go. You won't let me go. You won't let me go, Jesus. You keep on drawing me. You keep on drawing me. You keep on drawing me. I want you as bad as you want me. I want you as bad as you want me. You won't let me go. 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 That's all I want. If you let me go, I know I'll fail, Jesus. If you let me go, I know I'll be lost. I just want you. I just want you. I just want you. I got to have you. I got to have you. I got to have you. May I be consumed by you. Your husband can't go with you. You gotta go by yourself. Your wife can't go with you. You gotta go by yourself. You can't take your children with you. You can't take your BFF. You gotta go all by yourself. Go to that place. Go to that place. God is calling you. God is calling you. God is calling you. God is calling you. Take every single thing not like you, Jesus. 'Cause I want you to know I don't want it, Jesus. I feel you stretching me. 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 I gotta go. I gotta go. Your anointing is calling me. Your anointing is calling me. Your anointing is calling me. I gotta go. You're stretching me. You are stretching me. You are stretching me. You are stretching me. May no vainglory stand before you, Jesus. May no pride stand before you, that little thing. You know what it is that stands between me and thee. I don't want it. You can't use it, God. You can't use it, Jesus. You can't use it, Jesus. May there be less of me. May there be more of you. Oh, God. Your word is breaking. Your word is breaking me. Your word is breaking me. Your word has come. Your word has chased me. Take it out, oh I apologize. I don't. I needed to do what he did. I needed to do what he's doing. For your word is breaking power. I feel it separating my soul says yes. My soul says yes. My soul says yes. worship. You can't do it all, you can't carry it all, you can't do it all, but you can worship. That He may give you your worship. That you may receive your worship. That you may receive your worship. That you may receive your worship. Strength. And I know you can use it. people business. Saving souls, healing bodies, casting out demons, that's what we do. And yet not in our own strength, because God has stretched us. Stretching himself within us. So next time you feel that uncomfortableness, see the bones like me. Ask the Lord to stretch you. Bring me out of here and into you. For I realize I'm not wrestling with flesh and blood, but it's the Spirit that wants my anointing and don't want me to reach that place of love. But I will not be like you, Satan. I'm a son, and I've got this feature called the Holy Spirit that you don't have. Hallelujah. I've got this inner woman, this inner man called the Holy Spirit that you don't have. And as I humble myself to the Holy Spirit, He enables me to be just like Him. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Strengthens me to be just like Him. Officers are here. We prepared for our giving and we're able to. Officers are here, but of course you can do it live. We have 2 engagements coming up next Sunday. You know it's our Christmas Eve, but in addition to that, I want to do something that we haven't done before in this manner. But I've chosen that I like to celebrate my husband's birthday before his birthday, because it's 2 days after Christmas. And so, it's whatever purpose in your heart, whatever you want to do. He is the strength in our home. He is the father of my children. And He is my covering and my protector. And I honor and I love Him for being my husband, for being my baby's daddy, for being my lover and my friend, and for allowing me to continue to do what I do. So we're going to celebrate next Sunday. The next week that we have is our first millennial service of 2018. We have a special guest, Miranda, coming with us. Hallelujah. Prepare your hearts, prepare your minds, everybody. We're about to sow, we're about to give. But those of you that are still getting your portion, don't let me interrupt you. Don't let me interrupt you. Don't let me interrupt you. I had to share with you how He's been chasing me. Every day, every day is something. He keeps saying, stretch. As much as you have a desire to do my will, you can't handle it. I've got to stretch myself in you. Because it's my love that saves. It's my love that heals. You're only going to go so far. But if you let me stretch myself in, then dear, oh, that is cool. This time next year, this harvest will be doubled in Jesus' name. Because it will be stretched to be able to handle it. Come on, God, come on. It will be stretched to be able to handle it. All is the tithing, giving, know that it's holiday season and giving to Macy's and Nordstrom's and Neiman Marcus and Saks and TJ Maxx and Home Goods and Ross and Walmart and Target. We will not get to them and not get a seed into the house of God. Hallelujah. And so whatever seed that you want to have, that you purpose in your heart, that is above your tithes and your offering, we're sowing into the house of God, that this house will have no lack, and that we will continue to do what we're doing. I do mean we are in the people business. And the Lord said to us in approximately 1995, He said to me that there's enough work to do in the kingdom that every member of your church could be employed. And I didn't understand it at first, but I understand it now, because there's hurting people. There are people that need all levels of help. So we're in the people business, and we're doing it like our Father. Why? Because we are his sons. And so he's teaching us how to love like him. He's teaching us how to forgive like him. He's teaching us how to forbear like him. Saints, if you pull back, and if you look at that evil that's happening in the world right now, it's going to take him. It's going to take him. Hallelujah. If you need an offering, I will raise your hand. If you need a tithing, I will. You're raising your hand. When you have your seat, if you're able to stand, I don't want to interrupt anything. I don't want to try to push it, but if you're able to stand, please stand. If you're able to, you're honoring God with your seat. This is our time to honor God. If you're paying, if you're sowing your tithes via text, and Brother Nick has started a new thing where he just walks around with his phone showing me guys. But you do you, however that you want to show that you're tithing, show that you're giving. Hallelujah. They flow from you. And so, Father, we thank you. We do not take your goodness for granted. We do not take your kindness for granted, but we say thank you. So now, Father, the seed that we're sowing, we sow it not grudgingly, Father, but we sow it cheerfully. So, Father, allow wealth and enrichment to continue to get back into our bosom, some 30, some 60, some 100-fold. Father, that we may have it to give again. And I declare, Lord, that every household will be met. I declare that every need of this ministry shall be met. I declare that 2018, proper eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither have it entered into the heart of man the things that you have bestowed and promised for us. Father, I declare and stand on your word that you said 2018 will be a year of abundance. So, Father, everything we ask, we know that you will do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think. We declare it so in Jesus' name. All the people of God said, amen. Come on, sweethearts, for all over the building.